Welcome back to the Pittsburgh Basketball Show. It's been a while for an episode here, but pleased to bring on a very special guest, Pitt commit Omari Witherspoon. Omari, thank you so much for joining me today.
My pleasure, my pleasure.
So, Omari, you made the decision this summer to narrow your recruitment down. You included Pitt, and then you committed to the Panthers. Looking back on it now, as you're about to start this senior season, uh, take me through that recruitment. Like, when did you really start to think, okay, I like Pitt, I want to visit Pitt, I want to go to Pitt?
Uh, well, it was crazy at first, because I wasn't really like when Pitt had offered me, I wasn't really thinking much about Pitt because it was like it felt like it was a little bit hesitant at first, and it just didn't seem like it would be, it would be at home. But as they they were just communicating with me, just texting me, calling me, I really felt like just honest and just a real coaching staff, and I feel like they really, as they started to come out to my games and stuff like that, like they were really interested in me, and that's what really made me was like, because I know I had 10, I cut my list down to 10,
Right.
but I wasn't going to visit all 10 schools, so I like the last three was Clemson, Oklahoma State, uh, missing one, but yeah, they were just because they offered late, so I was going to just see if they were able to persuade me another way, but yeah, that just what Pitt did was just coming to my games and sadly like supporting me, opening it up. And I was like, I would love to come down and just see what it's like.
So, what do you remember from that visit? Like, were you surprised by the city? Have you ever been to Pittsburgh before?
Yeah, I've been to Pittsburgh a couple times for like Pitt Jam,
Yeah.
so stuff like that. But I haven't really like been down in the city like that. So just going down there, it was great to see it again. Just all the bridges, they got the Steelers, right? Like and the campus. I was really surprised about the campus. I thought it was gonna be like more modern, like a modern college campus. Like they had I forgot what the building was called.
The
The tall
Cathedral
mirror
of Learning?
cathedral. Yeah, like that was
Yeah.
really nice. Like it was more. I would say it was more like old school. Had an old school like kind of campus, and it was just another thing that surprised me was the lot of just the space with nature, like parks, the trees, and all of that. So it was just a beautiful campus. I remember when I stepped foot out there, it was great. And then just the visit overall, meeting all the people there, really like it takes a village of people, and it was just good people all around, and that's where that's what really felt good to me.
So since you've committed, what's the communication been like with you and the Pitt staff? Has it been you talking to Coach Capel or Coach Brown? Like, what's this dynamic like between you guys?
Yeah, so it's just mainly me, Coach Brown and Coach Cable, just hitting me up. We probably talk like 2, 3 times every week, just checking in on me, checking in. I also like to check in on them and how the practices is going. And, I want to eventually go up to a couple games this year and some football games too. I know the football team's been
Mhm.
rolling. So I want to see if I get to go to the Clemson game. But just keeping the relationship going, keep on talking to each other, just making the relationship stronger.
100%, man. So I want to ask you about two former, or one current, one former Pitt player. We'll start with Ish Leggett. Ish went to, your high school. Um,
Mm-hmm.
did you know him before? Like, did you meet him on the visit? Like, did you know about him going to St. John's too?
I mean, I knew of him. I knew that he went to St. John's. He played in WCAC, really good player in the WCAC. And I also knew he was at Pittsburgh. So I mean, that dynamic, it was just cool that it's somebody that really like just walked in the same steps I had. And he's at the same school I eventually committed to. So it was great just to have that aspect. And, because when I was on the visit, he was there with me at the dinner and all of that. So it was just great to have him around, for
I got you.
support.
Yeah, so then we got Bub Carrington, another DMV kid, obviously drafted 14th overall. He's making his debut in 2 days for the Wizards, like one and done at Pitt. He's plays pretty much the same position as you from what we've seen online. What do you know about Bub? Do you know Bub personally? And like, was that part of the recruiting pitch from Pitt?
I mean, yeah, they brought him up. They brought him up a lot, because it just tells me like how they see me and what they could turn me into.
Right.
I really didn't know Bub. Like I knew who he was. We all from the DMV, so. Like I
Mhm.
knew who he was, but I didn't like know him personally. But just to see what he did at Pittsburgh was also just inspiring. Like looking at me doing the same thing. So that was good.
Got you. So tell us a little bit about your game. Like, what kind of position do you play? What are your biggest skills? Like, tell us about your skill set here.
So yeah, I'm a combo guard. I could play off ball, on ball. Really, I say some of my strengths. Well, first I say my first strength is defense, just being just a really aggressive on defense, like getting steals, taking my matchup personally, like the person in front of me not gonna score, like just shutting down my man. I say that's my best skill right now. And then offensively, I like catch and shoots. That's who I started off as a just like a shooter, like a street shooter, like that's all I did. And
Okay.
as my game just like evolved, got better, my handle got better, my pull up jump shot got better. That's when I was able to incorporate like the stuff on the ball, like coming off of ball screens, just reading the defense, making passes. And that's where all of that started. I think I showed it this summer. So just like a mix of both. But I know defensively you're gonna get a dog on defense.
For sure, man. So, if I'm going to come out to a high school game of yours this year, down in DC, like, what are some of your big games? Who are some big opponents that you're going to be facing this year? Like, what should I come see?
Yeah, you should most definitely come see Gonzaga.
Okay.
That's gonna be a big game. And also the start of our season, we play Georgetown Prep November 30th. We play Gonzaga, actually. I have it right here. We play Gonzaga January 24th. And
Okay.
we play Georgetown Prep. First game of the season, November 30th. Those gonna be some big games that you should come down to.
Awesome, man. All right, Omari. Well, thank you so much for joining me, man. Won't keep you for any longer. Pitt fans, Omari Witherspoon, future Panther. Thanks, Omari.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
All right.
Have a good one.